Well, here we are. This is our masterpiece of creation gorgeousness, which is beautiful, beautiful meatballs. So come on, join me. I'm going to show you right now how to make the best meatball you've ever eaten in your whole life. Hi, thank you for joining me. It's Grandma Roseanne. We're going to make something spectacular. We're going to make meatballs, big meatballs. Now, I will tell you, I am so excited about this recipe because I've never been able to make them. Not really, really good, but boy, I'm telling you, we are locked into something amazing here. Let's start out with 4 slices of stale bread. And if you're like me and you didn't have any stale bread, what you want to do is either pop it in your oven for a little bit, I don't know, a few minutes, just till it kind of stales a little bit. I put mine in the toaster, just to where it had a little crunch to it. Now we're going to cut it. Oh, I took the crust off. You know how you can mess around with recipes and just kind of improvise and take out and put in? Don't do anything to this recipe. It is perfection. All right, cutting it into little tiny pieces. And I usually don't work in my kitchen with a baseball cap on. Today is hair salon day. You do not want to see the mess under this cap. I will tell you that. Alrighty. Now we're cut into nice small little pieces. And to this you are going to add a 1/2 cup of milk. You just want to get everything coated. You want it to get really, really kind of mushy in here. I just don't want big chunks of bread. See, I have worked it pretty fine. Can you see that? Can I get closer? Can you see that? It's just pretty fine. Pretty finely incorporated into that milk. Now in my bowl, I have 1 pound of ground beef, 80-20, and I have 1 pound of ground pork. And I'm going to mix both of those together. And if you will notice, obviously, I am not using my hands. And even though I'm someone who likes to get in there with my hands and really mess up stuff, nope. You want to keep this as tender as possible. So you're going to just incorporate these 2 meats with 2 spoons, 2 forks or something, but not with your digits. Okay, now that our meat is well incorporated, now we're going to add all the flavoring. I have 2½ teaspoons of kosher salt, 1 teaspoon of pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of either oregano or Italian seasoning, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. Oh, that pepper. We want just a pinch of cayenne, just a pinch. Oh boy. 1/3 cup of parsley. Now, unlike cilantro, you can actually eat the stems and it's very flavorful. Parsley, no, you're going to want to get in there and you're going to want to mince it up pretty nice. I just ran a knife through it a few times. 2 slightly beaten eggs. And our bread milk mixture. This really is a no fuss, no muss recipe. And once again, to protect the texture of the meat, we're going to incorporate everything with our spoons or our forks. I usually do mine until I really can't see any of the bread anymore. I don't see any white in there. And if you're tempted to get in there and do this with your fingers because it's faster, just give this one a shot. Just give it a try. I think you're going to notice the difference. I think you will realize there is a notable difference if you take this extra little step. And I will tell you very honestly, I made them really early this morning and they were so good. I said, I have got to make them for you. You have got to be able to experience something like this. So I'm not joking either. I'm going to show you. Wait, this is what's left from this morning. My nephew and I went to town on the meatballs early this morning. Oh, that's how good they are. I don't think I've ever made anything, turned around a few hours later and made it again. But these are going to freeze really well. So it will go to good use. I'm going to put some plastic wrap, and you'll see I'm putting it down into the bowl, not on the top of it, because I really want to cover the meat. And I'm going to put it in the refrigerator. I'm going to let it chill for, it could be a half hour, couple of hours, overnight, whatever you want. I'm going to let it chill probably for an hour. I forgot the Parmesan. Oh, 1/4 cup Parmesan. Let me get my spoons back. Oh, how can you forget the Parmesan? That's why I usually have all my ingredients right out in front. That way I know I've incorporated everything. But no, this one I stuck off to the side like some silly lady. But we caught it in time. That would have made a difference. Love it how the chefs are just perfection all the way through. They never forget anything. It's always right there. It always comes out perfect. Well, I will tell you, they're just as human as you and I, and they forget and they mess up as well. That's okay. Don't profess to be chefs. We are just good home cooks. I'm just a grandma that loves to cook. I'll tell you my biggest problem is I have nobody to feed. If you guys lived close, you could come here and eat honestly. I would feed you well. My husband passed away. My grandkids are gone. My sons are off raising their own families and doing their thing, and here I am. My nephew is here, but he eats like a bird. Okay. All right. Now that we haven't forgotten anything else, I scanned the whole counter. We're good. Attempt to wrap it again and stick it in the refrigerator for at least an hour. You just do want all that flavoring to come together, and I will tell you, it'll make forming the meatballs so much easier when they're chilled. All right, I'll be back in a little bit. Well, as promised, amazing meatballs. And they're just out of the oven, so they are still so hot. But I am going to take a little taste of one, not because I need to, and not just because I should show you what it tastes like, but just because I want to. Boy, these are so good, you guys. Now, while this cools down just for a second so I don't burn my mouth again, I envision this with a platter of spaghetti, a homemade sauce over it, and a couple of these meatballs on there. I envision this with a great garlic bread, a roll with a meatball that has maybe been cut into quarters, spaghetti sauce on top of that, mozzarella on top of that, toasted until it's melted. Oh my goodness. I envision this just slicing it and on bread as a meatball sandwich. Oh, there's so many possibilities. But now, just because I want to. That truly is meatball perfection. It truly is. I am so excited because for so many years I had trouble making meatballs, and now I have it handled. And so do you. So do you. So march forward. Make meatballs, create amazing, magnificent meals with it, and thank you for coming. Please, if you have any friends you'd like to share this with, send it on over to them. Subscribe, hit the bell. Ingredients I'm definitely going to leave below. And I just wish you the best of luck in all of your meatball future. Thank you so much. Come back anytime. Bye.